fly away, now leave for top though. Bye.
It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll get a look here at tight end Pat Freiermuth. Big plays follow him around. He comes in second in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the Steelers and the Ravens, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 24.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, it's January 7th, but we haven't seen you since New Year's Eve, so we have to say Happy New Year, one and all. And partner, Happy New Year to you. This is at the conclusion of the 2023 season. Hard to believe, but we got a good one here between division rivals. And you like what the NFL's done here, making Week 18 all-division games.
I think it's one of the more inspired moves by the league because they've made these matchups really count. And typically they mean something, not a lot of coasting as people head towards the playoffs. But I do have to ask, January 7th, is it too late to say it? We're kind of right on the borderline, aren't we, about Happy New Year? Because that always seems to be the subject of debate.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They're led out by the second-year pro out of Pitt, looking for a big jump in year two, Kenny Pickett.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Two things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So on fourth down, the Steelers going to bring in Braden Mann to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. And, CD, you look at this defense, you know, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his right. And now look at this. Big gain, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
Everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or two.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year, with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. Flushed out right. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Boy, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Now 2nd and 9. Pickett. And he's got his target, Harris. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Off play action. Pickett. This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Hey, look at this Baltimore defense. But right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Pickett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
Game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Jackson on 1st down. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They go play action with Jackson. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Gets past one man, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. Here we go now on 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Ravens use the only turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Harris running straight ahead. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. Boswell's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Now will throw here to his running back.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The tackle by Robert Quinn.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down at 7.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Pat Freiermuth, the intended target,
and it's third down.
Hey, look at this Baltimore defense.
And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
They spent the week at practice, and we know our rating's not that great. And we know we're facing the number 1 passing team in the league. But there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Pickett sets up play action.
They'll roll him out right. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. Boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
Trying with Pickett here on third down.
Escaping the pressure right. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now Pickett on fourth down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and 10.
Now it's Jackson.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. Pocket. He
turn that into a nice game running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Larry Ogunjobi. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here comes the Pittsburgh Steelers and running back Najee Harris. He's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. He'll buy some time right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play. They're getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick 6.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin will see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines because they're in for goal. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run again with Harris. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, here's Pickett. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A short one there, caught by Likely. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, here's the option. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down. Jackson going to hold on to it again. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. They find some open field here. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's got his man. It's Andrews. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. An option handoff here to Dobbins. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Play action. It's Jackson. Powerful running. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. This one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now Pickett will look to pass it. Rolling to his right. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First down, Steelers.
They run again with Harris. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Pickett on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
Steelers 10. First Boswell.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Hill will opt for the touchback. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. Now it's Jackson. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Throwing is Jackson. This is caught. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Middle. You, go ahead. Hey.
Dobbins will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. So a 6-carry drive the last go-around, touchdown on the end of it. We'll see if they can duplicate that here.
I think that they would like to. I know every runner that we've ever met would love to carry the ball more and more and more. In fact, we keep a ball in the booth just for demonstration purposes.
You're holding it right now.
I'm going to give it to you. Is it heavy? Is it that heavy?
No, it's pretty light.
It's pretty light, right? So keep giving it to him and let him do his work. It's not going to slow him down.
If it's light for me, it's definitely light for him.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
Pickett. And that will be incomplete as well.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. It'll be a gain of... And that's going to bring up second down.
At the 24-yard line.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. And it's the Bengals who are out in front as those two head towards the break. Tyler Boyd, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Rashad White, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. The Texans trying to finish that one off and claim victory. We were treated to a fine first half from running back J.K. Dobbins. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. Both teams going back through their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. They're going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Jackson now. He completes it to Beckham. And he'll get this one way out just shy of the 45-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And now off to the races, down the right side. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Jackson on 1st down. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now 2nd and 5. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. This for Beckham, and he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's the backup Rudolph. And he lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Nice effort defensively there from Cole Holcomb. The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is Jackson. His throw incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And he will have the Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Jackson slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. In motion left goes a tight end. Play action. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Cameron Hayward. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. On second down, here's Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mark Andrews. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to stretch out their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Partner's not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
Here's Rudolph on play action. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. On third down, here's Harris. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start with the option. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Jackson's throw is on target to Likely. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down.
Hey, middle. Oh. Yeah.
Now it's Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. Now he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. A tone setter on defense. They pick off the first pass. I had to look down, but yeah, no interceptions last week, so they made up for lost time.
Boy, did they ever. And when you pick off the first pass in the game, you talk about a tone setter, now your whole entire defense is thinking, okay, when do we get our next one? Can't wait to get back out on the field and get after them.
Now Jackson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
177 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Play action. It's Trubisky. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he's brought down. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. They run with Harris. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Now here's another carry for Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Trubisky being chased out left. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Extra point now by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Hey, you at X.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
On the option right is Jackson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, just like last play. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top. 31 yards. Jackson. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 16-yard line.
Report.
Looking to throw. Jackson, flush to his right. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the 1st.
That's good for a Baltimore Ravens.
On play action, they'll throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. T.J. Watt. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. On 2nd down, Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Hey, report. What are you Sit up.
Operating from the gun, Jackson rolling to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Steeler offense set to regain possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better?
A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Hey, report.
Jackson, options out left. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Austin. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you, someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Kyle Hamilton picks it. He's to the 15. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Tucker now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And not a very good return at all as he won't even get this back to the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now it's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. Finds Pickens out right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Throwing here, Trubisky. Flushed out right. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down. Now Trubisky to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
A gain of 3, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
This is 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Jackson now. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it third down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Hey, report. Hey, Ozzie, sit up.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. Here is 3rd down and 4.
Hey, middle. Go.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So this offense, which was humming all game, ends on a negative play. We didn't see many of those as he takes the knee, but what an explosion and a good win.
Can we call it a negative positive play?
There you go.
An oxymoron to end the ball game.
And they can watch the clock go down and celebrate the victory.
Yo, report.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Baltimore,
the win here in Week 18 gives them a pivotal 11th win on the year, running their final mark to 11-6.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Steelers,
the loss means they'll finish at 11-6 overall.
And it's going to be wait-and-see time as they figure out their status for the upcoming playoffs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.